The sleeping Giants about to be awoken. Tonight, Ashley Salerno and the LA Temptation attempt to take their first step toward becoming an LFL dynasty. Next on LFL Friday Night Football. Live at Target Center in Minneapolis, where tonight a new era in football begins here in Minnesota as the #1 Temptation take on the #7 Valkyrie. Hi everybody, I'm Tom Dorr. Should be a terrific atmosphere tonight. A great home crowd in Minnesota. And who do they get for their home opener? How about the two-time Lingerie Bowl champs defending a terrific team, the Silver and Black, also known as the LA Temptation. My partner Sean Salisbury alongside. Partner, everybody else has played at least one game. LA, opening night for them. Does that help them or hurt them?
Oh, it helps them big time, Tommy. First of all, they got film on every team in the league, which is an advantage. Secondly, they also have film on Minnesota's game against Green Bay, which is a huge advantage because we know that we don't have film on LA. And this team's primed for a three-peat. They also have fresh legs, which is dangerous.
Although LA is going to be short-handed tonight with 4 key veterans, Monique Gaxiola, Stephanie Pissick, Tessa Barrera, and maybe the biggest loss, Melissa Margulies being suspended for off-field issues. How's LA adjust?
They'll adjust just fine, thank you, Tommy. You never want to suspend anybody, but none of these names outside of Margulies are impact players. Not to mention LA reloaded in the offseason with the acquisition of former San Diego Seduction free agents Audrey Latsko and Amber Reed, both of whom pick up the slack for Margulies.
And as for the home team, let's bring in our sideline reporter Lauren Gardner for the latest on the Minnesota Valkyrie.
Thanks a lot, Tommy. Well, Minnesota started off their season strong with a 28-25 win on the road against Green Bay, but that win did prove rather costly. Leading rusher Lisa Bastion was lost for the season with a torn right Achilles. Offensive coordinator Tony Wynn is still planning on running that College Bend offense that was so successful against the Chill, hoping that those multiple looks will confuse LA, but he's really going to need running backs Katrina Stewart and League Play Pay, dual threats out in that backfield to make up for the loss of Bastion. Guys?
Thanks, Lauren. Now it's time to take a look at our LFL Fantasy Football picks, powered by Fantazzle. You can play alongside us for free at LFLFantasy.com. My player to watch this week, LA running back Amber Reed.
I look for Ashley Salerno to light up the defense. She's the best dual threat player in football.
Oh, guys, I'm throwing some love to Minnesota. My breakout player tonight is wideout Whitney Murado.
Oh, it's time to lace them up. Does LA have what it takes to mount a title defense? Can the expansion Valkyrie shock the LFL world? Kickoffs coming up next. Welcome back to Minneapolis. Beautiful shot of downtown. Lingerie Bowl. Terrific night tonight. Minnesota Valkyrie in action. Let's go downstairs. Lauren Gardner standing by. Lauren?
Thanks a lot, Tom. Well, I'm alongside 2 of the big stars for each prospective team. First, I have LA Temptations QB Ashley Salerno. Ashley, big game tonight. You guys are on a journey to a possible three-peat. What is this team's mindset?
Well, we want to just come out here, play good football. We want to come out here and demonstrate everything we've been practicing since March and come out with that W. Hopefully everyone comes off this game safe.
All right, thanks a lot, Ashley. Now, Whitney, first game at home. How important is a win in this building and against the league's dominant team?
A win is really important. I mean, you got to go against the best. You got to beat the best to be the best. So, you know, we're excited to be here in the Target Center, bring some LFL football to Minnesota.
All right, thanks a lot, Whitney. Guys, we are pumped and ready to go down here. How's it going up there?
Terrific. We're ready. Tonight's MGM Resorts International betting line has Los Angeles a season-high 13.5-point favorite and over-under 51.5 points. Big numbers. We're ready to play ball. The ball is on the tee. Receivers are deep. LFL football set to kick off in Minnesota. And here we go. High end-over-end kick, taking about 5 yards deep. To bring it across the 10, gets hit hard, goes down about the 14-yard line. Ashley Salerno, a quarterback with a lot of experience, understands this game, knows how to win at this game. She played high school football. She was the starting quarterback for 3 years. Played after that. She's a quarterback, and she's a football player.
Athlete, quarterback, great dual threat, running and throwing. And you mentioned people, when we say she played high school football, was quarterback on the boys' team.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay?
This isn't a powder puff team.
And she made them look like kids, too. That's how good she is. Great player.
Receivers split all over the field. Salerno back about 5 yards deep. Got some pressure, steps up, throws it out, and it is incomplete. Came up a little bit short, and Ashley Salerno took a shot after she delivered that ball. Well, let's take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for LA, Salerno, simply the heartbeat of this offense, nearly 80% of its production, and Latsko, a great free agent pickup at tight end, very sure hands. Little pitch forward, brings it across the 15, out to the 20, out to the 21-yard line. Pay, perhaps the best overall athlete on the roster, a great rusher on the end, and Minnesota's defense, Moretto, the quiet assassin in the secondary with great instincts. Handoff goes right up the middle, and I think she's going to have enough for a first down. Kelly Gillespie on the stop. Amber Reed with the carry. Receivers split to both sides. Salerno fades back, rolls out. Now she's going to run, and she can fly to the 15, 10, 5, down near the goal line, and she's brought down at about the 3-yard line. Sean, she's a great option.
This is, Tommy, we saw her last year take this team on her back and load them up and get them to the championship and win again. This is a special football player. Have a look here. Talking to the Minnesota Valkyrie coaches, what they wanted to do is make her throw the ball all day to beat them. They didn't want to see these feet and these legs get out on the perimeter.
There is
a flag on the field right now, but there you see Ashley Salerno.
Holding. Number 5 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Gigi Vandewalker called for that one.
Out on the perimeter, when you're out there as a wide receiver, those side judges are staring right at you. But Minnesota wanted to make Salerno throw it all the time. Now, she could throw it, but they didn't want to see the dual threat beat her, and they sure as heck didn't want somebody to run all over them, which we know LA can do. And they wanted to shorten the game, meaning don't let LA's offense get on the field this long.
Again, receivers split all over the field. Salerno fades back, steps out of the pocket, now steps up, throws, and throws into coverage. It's caught down at the 2. She's to the 1. Touchdown! Amber Reed with the touchdown catch, and LA on the board very quickly, showing the result of picking up Amber Reed in the offseason.
Exactly what will happen to you, what doesn't happen for your defense if you allow Ashley Salerno to set up, sidestep, and have all this time. Great job, she'll make the first miss. It's too easy. It's too easy. There's no secondary on the planet that can cover somebody that long with that much space. Can't do it. Got to hit her.
Going for 2. Salerno on a keeper, comes around the right side, delivers a shot, lost the football, and it bounds over the sideline. That's no good. Nice open field stop, and now Minnesota will get the football.
And that's what you have to do. You must put a body on Ashley Salerno the whole time. Great job, little sidestep. Keeps her head down the field, Tommy. A lot of times quarterbacks don't do that. They're watching the rush. She feels it. Little sidestep, and then just makes a nice drop shot to Amber Reed, who gets into the end zone. LA can beat you either the slow death, Tommy, or they can hit you quick and die a fast death if you're the defense. This is an explosive team.
Ashley Salerno does so many things well, Sean, but I think she reads the field and the situation.
No doubt, Tommy. This is last season. You see her. She plays physical. She'll punish you on the run. She delivers the blow, but she can also, little trickeration. She's got the deep ball in her repertoire. She's got the intermediate pass and the underneath stuff. She can beat you in so many ways. That's why I think she's the ultimate weapon in the LFL, because if you take her away running, Tommy, she'll do just that. Unless you're hitting her, she will kill you, and that's not what Minnesota wanted to have happen. They do not want to play catch-up against this team the entire game. They expected to play slow football in this game.
Katrina Stewart is the lone setback behind Jana Skirdick, big quarterback. And Skirdick with a keeper, throws over the middle. It is caught and dropped out at midfield. Oh my, that was a tough drop.
Kelly Gillespie, I believe, Tommy. Can't do this. Great job of standing in there tall by Skirdick. Make the throw. A little behind, but you get two hands on it, got to catch it. You have to catch the ball, hit you in the gloves, pull that ball in, especially if your quarterback's going to get punished like that. You got to reward your quarterback. And this team, Minnesota, trapped, ran trapped the whole time against Green Bay. And they said they weren't going to trap at all this day. They were going to completely 180 degrees change their game plan. And you saw there, play action come out, great throw by Skirdick, and a drop pass.
Gets a little motion going to the far side. Skirdick with a handoff. That's Stewart. She comes around the right side, gets away from one. She's gained 5 across the 20, out to about the 23-yard line. Gain of about 8, make it 3rd down and 2.
I talked to Tony Wynn before, one of the head coaches, Tommy. Get to the starters, I'll finish this thought in a minute.
Morano's the focus on this offensive receiver. She's terrific. And Fraley coming off into her own as a solid line presence.
Tommy, on that, they're going to option a lot because Skirdick is very good at reading that read option and keeping it. And Tony Wynn and Everett Lindsay, the coaches, the co-head coaches for Minnesota, told us before the game that they put the whole responsibility on her. Allow her to read it out and see what's going on. She directs this offense and as smart a player as we have in this league.
5'11", 148 pounds. Motion. Fakes a give. She's going to keep it. Brings it along the right side. She's got a first down, and oh, did she get hit hard. She paid a serious price there, but she got the first down just across the 25. LA's defense, Reed, arguably the best rusher in the league. Pure speed, quickness, and drive. And despite being a rookie, LA expecting Leonard to make an instant impact at safety.
Now, in talking about Skirdick, Jonas Skirdick, they said, their coaches said, not a great athlete. Extremely high football IQ, knows where to throw it, knows how to get it to him, accurate, good arm, trains with the private quarterback coach that she can, mechanics, you'll see, Tommy, of all the quarterbacks in the league, this gal may be as solid mechanically as we have, and you know me, I'm big on the mechanics.
Oh, yeah.
She worked on him all pregame.
She's out there by herself. Now fades back, steps up, throws, and the pass is caught and dropped again. That time it was Angie Hansen who had it again on her hand, Sean, and can't hang on.
Yeah, that was a tough one. She took a couple hits at the same spot. I think that's a little premeditation right there by Skirdick. What you have to, as you're coaching these quarterbacks and teaching them, you have to make sure they read out the play, Tommy. A lot of times they just, you know what I'm saying, they premeditate where they want to throw the football. Allow the coverage to dictate where you throw it. You don't have, just because you call the play and it's supposed to go to Hansen, if Hansen's covered, check it down to the next one. Read it out. One of my coaches used to always say, read it out honestly. Don't premeditate it. Allow the coverage to dictate it. We hope by formation that we've put the coverage the way we want it, but if not, drop back, take your keys, and if it's not there, find your second and third option. And Skirdick's smart enough to do that.
Minnesota's going to take their time offensively. They will not be in a hurry. Skirdick keeps it. Oh, look at this. She's got a wide hole. Brings it outside the 20. And on 3rd down now, it'll be about 3rd and 6. Nice job by the quarterback. Good read.
Great job. Just the option, reads the end, in pitches down, she keeps it, gets outside contained. Nice tackle in the secondary, but a 6-yard gain for Skirdick. Not real fast, but very efficient with what she does, Tommy. And you mentioned, and let me validate this for you, the coaches said they want to play slow. They're going to stay in the huddle, try to snap the ball with 4 or 5 seconds on the play clock. They do not want Salerno and LA's offense to touch the ball many times tonight, as we see why on the first drive.
Yeah, they want to keep them frustrated. Now look at this, a loaded backfield. Skirdick. Give goes to the left side. Stewart, she's inside the 15, down to the 14. This should be enough for, oh, a bad mark, a bad spot. One official says first down, one says no. The referee says first down. Now let's listen in to Jonas Skirdick, the quarterback.
So you think, Tommy, that fans out there that are watching think this is just just a bunch of manicures and petty. Yeah, this is no powder puff. Trust me, they are hitting, they light it up, and they got less gear on than the fellas, obviously, but they will hit you just as hard.
Oh, will they ever?
Got so much respect for their dedication.
Skirdick, the quarterback. Handoff goes right up the middle. That's Whitney Morano. Morano with terrific hands. Gets about 3 on that carry. Make it 2nd down and 7.
And they said that for them to be successful, Murata has to have a big game, Tommy. She just absolutely has to have the ball in her hands, either on reverses, inside handoffs like that, throw the ball to her. Interesting thing, Tommy, we talk about dedication.
Yeah.
Now, Jonna Skirdick is extremely bright, is in surgical sales, okay? And she makes herself good money, but the coaches pointed out to us that she can run her own region, has decided to play football and still be under somebody. She could be making couple $100,000 a year.
Well into six figures.
Yes,
yep.
Low to mid six figures if she wanted to. She loves some football.
Skirdick fades, throws into the end zone, caught, touchdown, wide open.
That's $250,000, Reed, isn't it, Tommy?
Sydney Freilich with the catch. Freilich in the first game was the one who got the fades for the two-point conversion. She's got great hands. They were a little concerned about her, that LA would really key on her. That's a nice catch.
Great job by Skirdick. You saw her look right, then you saw her glance left, take her eyes away from down the middle, looked off the safety, came back right with a nice touch throw for the touchdown to Freilich. That is a great job. A lot of quarterbacks would have crept up into the pocket and lost their patience. Skirdick looks right, not there, looks left, not there, comes right back down the middle to Freilich, stayed in the pocket in that hula hoop area without moving much. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Going power again. Skirdick right up the middle, and the conversion is good. Skirdick goes right down the chute, drops a 2 on him, and it is 8-6 Minnesota with the lead here. Opening night in Minneapolis. Skirdick and the Valkyrie are on a roll here at home. There's the touchdown to Freilich. And there's the conversion. Minnesota in the lead. We'll be right back.
Team remaining here in this first half. Minnesota putting up the first score of the game on their first drive, going up 8-6 over LA. Now, LA came off after that first series, maybe a little frustrated, but definitely not shaken. They were all together in this last time out. Coach Lerno basically said, hey, ladies, not a big deal. Stay composed and work it out there.
And you've got to think they will. This is a veteran team.
Yeah, I don't think they're too afraid right now, Tommy.
Receivers split to both sides. Salerno looking long, steps up, throws, and it is caught and dropped. Almost intercepted. Would have been a terrific catch. Sydney Freilich, the one who had it and just couldn't quite hang on. It's incomplete, and it's second down.
Tommy, this is a 6'1" to 6'2", 165-pound safety. I was talking to one of the coaches at pregame and said, that's Steve Atwater from Denver.
Oh, there you go,
I mean, and great ball hawking skills. She covers the entire field and will hit you. That's a star waiting to happen that people don't know about in Freilich.
Second down. Give goes to the back, coming out of the backfield, and she's hit hard, just shy of the 20-yard line. That's a big-time hit. I believe that's Amber Reed, and Reed got hit and taken down. Gain of about 5 on the play. Angie Hansen with the stop.
Great job by Angie Hansen coming up and sizing her up, and people running, and you're going to have to get a bunch of bodies on Amber Reed. Great job by Minnesota.
Trip receivers to the right side. Salerno fades back. Got some pressure, steps up, got flags down, and the pass is incomplete. I think we've got holding, Sean.
You're going to get holding in the backfield. Remember, folks, we don't punt or kick field goals in this or extra points. It's third down. It's going to be third down again unless they obviously decline and make it fourth down and 5. I think you're going to get holding in the backfield.
5 will get you first down.
And you have to run. You have to throw minimum of 2 of the 4 downs. Let's listen in what the official says here.
Illegal defense on Minnesota. 5-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
He threw the flag right at where holding was, and I think we may have had holding, but he called illegal defense, Donald.
So an illegal rush is what he's basically saying, that they blitzed a second time in the 4 downs.
Yep. But you got to throw the ball minimum of 2 downs of the 4, but you can throw it every down if you like.
Here comes Reed along the left side. Reed gets across the 20, down to about the 17. She just continues to fight forward. Amber Reed, a terrific pickup, a free agent from San Diego, will be a great player for them.
Oh, goodness. You know, Zafora Chase not on this team now. No longer a member. She was a big back running the football for him. Give the football there to Amber Reed, who can punish you and also has home run speed.
Salerno rolls out of the pocket. Now she's going to tuck and run. She's got a first down and more inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. Ashley Salerno taking down Chrissa Landwehr.
They needed her to have a big game defensively too, Tommy. Here we go. Little fake by Salerno. Standing in there and do what she does. Make a play with your feet. And you got to come up and hit her. Nice job by Landwehr to come up and make a play. You still can't allow Salerno to have that open run. You got to put a body on her early on. I don't know if LA expected they were going to be in such a physical battle early on in this football game. This expansion franchise is pretty good after 1.5 games so far, Tommy.
Trip receivers to the right side. It's 1st and goal. Football at the 8-yard line. Fade back. Salerno looking. Steps up. Throws, and it's deflected and knocked away. Nice defensive play. Leak play. Pay reached out and knocked that one down, partner.
Oh, what a great play by Pay. Nice job extending herself. Nice timing of the jumper. That's an easy touchdown. That is what you must do. She was beat, but timed it perfectly. Almost baited the throw. Leak play Pay. Nice job by her with that 5'8" frame, allowed to jump up and bat it down and force the 2nd down. Minnesota wants to play slow on offense. As you can see, LA wants to play fast.
Give is to Reed. Amber Reed hit by a couple players. She got 2 yards. Landwehr among others, and Reed down at the 6. And it's now 3rd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Before the game, coaches told us from Minnesota that Landwehr and Pay both had to have big games defensively. Well, who have we seen? The last 3 plays, Landwehr's made 2 and Pay's made 1.
3rd down, 3rd and goal at the 6. They've got to throw it once, and they can run it once. And you'd think LA would throw on this down. You don't want to be 4th down, and there's motion. Salerno with a step back and throw. This is a touchdown that will come back. They will call this back. This will be procedure motion.
Illegal procedure on the right backfield. You'll see there it's going to come on LA. I think Minnesota slowed down.
Illegal motion. Number 10 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
Amber Reed leaning towards the line of scrimmage. Out for God in the world to see when you're in the backfield. Great. I love the play call. Roll right, throw left. There you see it right here. Just lean. Couldn't do it. Nice job. Still sprint right and throw back. You may see that play again before this one's over.
Now 3rd and goal at the 11-yard line. Salerno fakes a give, rolls out to the right side, steps up, throws. The pass is caught about the 2 and driven back to about the 3 or 4-yard line. Audrey Latsko with the catch, and she, partner, is a beast.
Oh, on both sides of the football. Nice little option fake, roll right, accurate throw. Look at it, right where only her receiver can get it, and that's Audrey Latsko. Nice job of extending her hands. If she allows that ball to get into her body, Freilich knocks it down. Great job of understanding concepts of a receiver. Latsko with the catch, really nice throw.
4th down, big 4th down play now for LA and for Minnesota. 4th and goal at the 3. Salerno fades, throws, it is incomplete, and Minnesota has held.
Who made that play?
See if we can catch it on replay.
Great job, Tommy. Nice job of flying on a football. Salerno puts it on there. Look at this, flying on a football. Don't quit on it. Minnesota's not quitting. We're coming back.
7-6 Minnesota with a lead here at Target Center in Minneapolis as they lead the defending champ LA Temptation. And Sean, one of the things Minnesota's done very well is this misdirection that they use so well offensively.
Do a great job in an option series, Tommy. They misdirection, they show you, and they'll hand that ball off inside too if, in fact, the end gets up the field. All the quarterback's doing on this option is reading the inside, the outside player, and the outside contain. If they come down to tackle the ball carrier, quarterback will pull it out and run to the edge and be on her own and possibly pitch it. If they all of a sudden hit the quarterback and come up the field to the ball, to the pitch back, guess what happens, Tommy? You hand the ball to the back who's the up back, and it'll hit right between the tackles. So it's a great option series.
Skirting back in her own end zone, fades back, Looking, sets up a screen, and it is incomplete. Knocked down by LA's defense. And that's an LA front three, Sean, that can compete with anybody.
They sure can. Their motor runs the whole time. They'll get after it. What you have to do there if you're Skurdik, when they read screen, don't lob that ball up. It's only her second game as a pro. Throw that right at their feet and throw to the incompletion so you don't risk a turnover in your own zone.
We got a timeout on the field. 2 minutes left. 7-6. Valkyrie with a lead over the Temptation. Valkyrie with the football when we come back.
Back inside the Target Center with 2 minutes remaining in this first half. I listened in on that huddle with head coach Tony Wynn from Minnesota. He stressed exactly what he had told us his game plan was for his offense coming into tonight's matchup. We need to take our time, run the clock down. He said, ladies, we need to execute, and overall, we really need to maintain our composure, guys.
Skurdik, yep, absolutely.
Job,
hands it off. Stewart gets across the 10, out to about the 12-yard line.
Now, don't play safe here. I mean, don't be stupid, but don't sit here and hold back. Line up, 2-minute offense. Nice job of getting away from your own end zone with the handoff. Now that you've done it, operate this 2-minute drill.
3rd and a long yard here. Skurdik on a keeper, comes around the left side, and she's hit hard back at about the 9-yard line. Now a flag goes down.
You're going to get a personal foul on the face mask, more than likely, I would think, Tommy. I would think, because it was in the area where there was 4 defensive players getting after the quarterback, and somebody may have got some hands to the face. We'll find out here in a second. Get back, now while you're waiting for the penalty to be called, get your team in the huddle, get your play called. Keep an eye on Murado on this series. The wide receiver, H-back, running back. Let's listen in on the officials' call.
Illegal defense on Los Angeles. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Here's what I don't like. The officials are waiting until the play's almost over to call illegal defense. You ought to know what the illegal defense when the ball's snapped. Give us a better chance so we understand. Now, if you're Minnesota, line up and get playing. 2-minute drill. Keep your eye on Murado.
Minute and a half here. Left in the first half. Skurdik fades back. Looking down the field. She's looking long, and this one is overthrown and incomplete.
Take your shots. That's okay. That's all right. You take your shots. Take your shots.
Look at Randy Hansen.
Now, see, looking down the field, the key is you don't have to throw it down the field if it's not there. There's a check down. Can't quite see the receiver here, but nice, good coverage. But see, look at the. It was almost a back shoulder throw, Tommy, with the defensive back was way out in front. Vandewalker was way out in front. That's one of those you throw it on the back shoulder, underthrow it, and you got yourself a completion. But you know what? It's okay. Take your shot on first down. Still plenty of time left. Skurdik can get this thing going again.
2nd down, 2nd and 10. Football at the 17-yard line. Skurdik looks, throws it over the middle, and the pass is caught across the 25. They are into LA territory, and it's going to be very close to a first down. And they say it is first down. Freilich right there with the catch.
Freilich's becoming a real good two-side player, Tommy. Great safety and lining up a wide receiver tight end. Nice job by her.
Skurdik fakes the handoff. She's going to keep it, and LA is just waiting for that. There is no room at the end, John.
That's the option read she needs to give to the running back, Tommy. You saw the outside contain come up the field towards the quarterback. Hand that ball inside. Right there. Hand it. Look at the blocking up front. Watch the blocking scheme up front. Well, we don't get the replay because they're playing fast, but a great job up front. Don't be afraid to hand it inside.
2nd down and 9 after that game. She'll fade, throws over the middle, and the pass is caught and dropped. Oh, that's a tough drop. Kristen Bear, the intended receiver.
Got to catch it. Ball hits you in the hands. Great job sitting in there by Skurdik. Put the ball right on you. 2 hands. Now you're going to take a hit. Great job by Vandewalker coming over to lay the wood. But you've got to pull that ball down and reward your quarterback, especially in a 2-minute drill against the reigning 2-time champions. Every opportunity you have, you must take advantage of. You obviously got 2 downs to get 9 yards. Don't take the run out of this yet. You still got 28 seconds. Don't be afraid to get the option on the edge, get the first down, and use the timeout, Tommy.
Minnesota, 3rd down.
Yep.
3rd down now, and about a long 9. They can run once. They'll have to throw once if they get to 4th down.
Murado needs to rear her head.
Motion.
Yep.
Comes around to the right side. Wide open over the middle. Pass is caught inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line, and they need a timeout.
Great job. That's one hell of a football play by both Freilich from the tight end position, running right up the seam, and no wasted motion. That's why mechanics are so important. Watch Skirtic on the throw now. Jonas Skirtic, step there, load it up, right down the middle on a little skinny post, seam route. Safety in the middle of the field. You don't want to run her into the safety, so you keep her up the hash mark, keep her up the side to where she doesn't run into the safety, make the catch, and take the hit and protect the football. Great job by Freilich creating some space, and great job by Skirtic protecting her with the throw.
Tony Wynn talked about it before the game, that he really wanted to run this clock down. He did not want to give LA many possessions.
I like it.
Their football is at the 7-yard line with 22 seconds left.
You know what? You got 4 shots, Tom. You can throw it 4 times.
Yep.
And you can also mix in the quarterback draw. There's my man, D-Mac, Donovan McNabb in the white hat, Minnesota Vikings quarterback, and he's probably saying, man, I can't believe how hard they hit.
Front and center.
Oh, what a shot.
20-yard line.
He always has the courtside seats, no matter where he is. One of my favorite people and been a dear friend for a long time here supporting the Valkyrie. And I guarantee you he'll come out after this game saying, these girls don't mess around.
Oh, yeah. They
Good for
play
Donovan.
hard.
And they got their first win at the Vikings last week. McNabb playing good football last week. Beat Arizona.
Now, partner, I would look for number 4, Whitney Morado, here to catch a football in the end zone.
And keep an eye once again on the tall 6'1" frame
of Freilich
on a little lob pass.
21 seconds left in the half.
They want the clock down to 21 instead of 21-9. It's still at 21-9. Skirtic. Morado's the motion. Skirtic with a keeper. She's inside the 5, hit hard. She's down to the 2. They got to stop the clock now.
Ground that football. Get underneath the center. Don't get in the gun. Do not get in the gun. Get under center.
Got to hurry. She'll get it. Throws it into the end zone, and it is intercepted. Down at the 6-yard line, and Skirtic is down at the 15. She may be hurt.
That to me, Tom, when you have to rush and your clock management isn't good, you get that when Skirtic makes the run, you hop right up to the line of scrimmage and you kill the ball. You ground it right now. I'm sure Donovan McNabb saying the same thing over there sitting in the front row. There you go. Now you're forced. You're hurried. What happens, Tommy? You throw the interception. You can't force yourself to do that. There you see Myra Leonard making the play. Nice job to defend her own goal. But right after the run, hop up, get under center. Not in the gun. It takes too much time. Get under center, ground the football, and have yourself a live shot at the end zone.
Let's go down to the field. Lauren Gardner standing by with Coach Toohey. Lauren?
Coach obviously not looking very happy. Everyone expected you guys to come in and blow Minnesota out of the water. What went wrong?
Well, in this league, like I said, you can't take anybody for granted in this league. I mean, they really got nothing to lose, and they're playing great offense right now. We're just playing pretty bad defense right now, you know. And like I said, I don't blame or make any excuses for rookies being in there or anything like that, but we're just not playing our game like we normally do. I think we're over pursuing sometimes. They're running under us. They're going behind us, and our girls are a little nervous, you know, but I think this first half shook them up, and it's going to wake them up, and we're going to come out in a better half.
The key to the second half is what?
What was that?
The key to the second half is what?
Same thing that I said at the beginning of the game. We need to put constant pressure on that quarterback, force her to make a bad play, and if we can hit her enough, you know, where she's hurting and she can throw some bad balls for us, hopefully we're going to pick this off, and we got to stop the running game. I mean, our penalties are killing us. I mean, we're like the Raiders of the LFL. I mean, we're getting flags thrown on us everywhere. We got to cut the penalties down, shut their running game down, make her throw the bad pass, and then we're going to be just fine in the second half. And we're going to be the LA team, hopefully, that everybody remembers us by.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Best of luck, guys.
Well, it is opening night here in Minneapolis. Home opener. They're 1-0 with a win at Green Bay. Right now, leading the defending 2-time LFL Lingerie Bowl champion, the Valkyrie, up 7-6. We'll take a break and come right back. Welcome back, Minnesota. 7-6 our score. We're at halftime. Minnesota with the lead over the 2-time defending Lingerie Bowl champion, LA Temptation. Let's go into the locker room and hear what head coach Tony Wynn's got to say.
Can't be any confusion. Block! You missed a fucking block, and your starting quarterback's done! You fuck your assignment up, someone's get hurt! You missed a fucking block, and she's done! This is what I'm talking about. Who are you playing for? Yourself or your team? I can't say it enough. You don't do your job, look what fucking happens. Are we happy to be in the fucking game? We should be up on this team. I am so disappointed. You miss a fucking block and someone's done. Defense, get over. Get over. Right now.
Well, Sean, I don't quite see how she got that hurt, but she gets hit hard. There's no two ways about it.
At the right side of you, somebody comes and hits her from pressure from both sides. I don't see a knee. I don't see an elbow. I see her lean up and look, maybe a tailbone, Tommy, or on the backside. Let's hope that's not enough to keep her out the second half. If it is, they're in trouble. Now, you see Tony Wynn's a little bit emotional, and as head coaches can get, fired up. He cares. Anxious to see Skurtic comes out in the second half because the backup quarterback's not ready for this LA team.
7-6 our score. We'll take a break. Lots more coming up. Halftime here in Minnesota. 7-6 our score here in Minneapolis at Target Center. Beautiful shot at downtown Minneapolis. We got a great crowd on hand, and the Valkyrie with a 1-point lead, Sean.
Yeah, a lot closer than anybody thought. Minnesota's hanging around, but it started with LA. Salerno doing what Salerno does: avoid the rush, stand in the pocket, make a great throw. Amber Reed, the new addition from San Diego this offseason, helping this football team jump right out on their first drive. But the key is Minnesota responds right away. Jonna Skurtic, big tall quarterback, very smart, knows where to throw it. Great job reading the defense. Finds Freilich in the end zone, her 6'1" target for the touchdown. Then responds with the one-pointer right up the middle, little quarterback draw for the score. Gives Minnesota a 7-6 lead. Jumps right to the stats, Tommy. Not a whole lot of explosive offense. Passing yards pretty even, so are rushing yards. Penalties are beating up LA a little bit. And it's the third down conversions that are huge.
They've been big for Minnesota. We'll see if Skurtic is coming back when we return. 7-6 Minnesota lead. We're at halftime here in Minneapolis. 7-6 Minnesota with the lead at halftime here at Target Center. And the news is not good for Minnesota. Jonna Skurtic with a fractured left wrist, and that is a tough one. Let's get onto the field. Lauren Gardner standing by. Go ahead, Lauren.
Thanks a lot, Tom. Coach, we just heard the news about Jonna Skurtic. What does that mean for this team? You're obviously going to have Jocelyn come in as a backup. Do you think that's going to halt the momentum this offense has had?
Well, we believe as a team that we are ready to compete with the top teams in the league. Only as strong as some of your weaker players. So if your starter goes down, the backup has to be ready. Jocelyn's going to have to step her elevator game and understand the concepts that we're trying to put in. So we're not going to be able to open up the playbook the way we like. I'll be honest about that, but we will. We came up with a game plan. We feel confident in the second half, and we're going to sneak out with this thing.
Certainly an emotional halftime we saw there in the locker room. What is the overall emotional tempo of this team right now, especially after that injury?
Well, I was emotional because I want them to understand execution is key. And I came back and told them, through adversity, we're going to find out if we really are champions or not.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Guys.
There is Bendejo, the backup quarterback, who is now going to be the starter.
It's her job, Tom.
Yep, and you got to be ready.
I know you don't get as much work. You're not going to be like the starter, but you know what? That's your job. That's why you're here. I know you're not Skurtic, but you got a different game plan. So execute what you do. Don't try to beat Jonna Skurtic. And a fractured left wrist. We didn't see that, Tommy. She must have landed wrong on that left wrist to kick off out of bounds. Got to do your job.
Not sure what the official is.
They're kicking again, aren't they, Tommy? That's where they weren't ready, I don't believe. I don't think the whistle blow for them to kick off yet. But Bendejo, it's a bummer. It's a bummer you lose your starting quarterback. But this is when you find out
who you are.
That's exactly right. And that's why you got a roster filled with players. And as a coach, your job is to scout the right ones and have a backup ready to play. Yep. And as a player, Bendejo's got a job, and she's got to go do it. Now, when you're asked to execute, and they told us before the game that she doesn't understand the concept yet of a lot of the different plays. So then if you're a smart coach,
you take advantage of what she can do.
If it only takes 5 plays, run 5 plays and run them well.
Gigi Vandewalker will kick off. Leak play pay, and Angie Hansen back deep to receive. Here we go, second half action in Minneapolis. Very high, very short kick. Hansen bounced with the football, and that'll go out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. Now that's a spot where we're blinded. I couldn't see exactly what happened there.
It hit her hands and bounced into the stands.
Okay, all right. So that'll be football at the 10-yard line.
Nice, you know what? These little pooch kicks are dangerous. Nice job, kind of in between the up people and the back people. See it? If you're going to let it bounce, you better be careful. That's a live ball. Ball hits out of bounds. Yeah, get your shots in if you can. If you're take your shots. Jocelyn Bendejo, the backup quarterback.
Handoff goes to Stewart. No, Bendejo with a keeper. She's across the 10, and she is just fired down at about the 12-yard line. That was one of those, you're going down.
That looked like Ogum Chichindu.
It did, one of your favorites.
She's on my all-name team. I had to go hoping Ogum would make a play, get tackle.
Her older brother plays for Chivas USA, professional soccer player.
You bet. Ogum was talking. She was in there talking to us before. Really proud of him. She comes up and gives us a hug and says, "Chuchindu."
She was all excited, wasn't she?
Yeah, she sure is. What a great gal. What a great gal.
Gain of about 3, make it 2nd down and 7. Bendejo fades back, steps over the middle, and that was almost picked off. Amber Reed was right there, and that baby hit her in the hands, and it's 3rd down.
Tommy, let me tell you what you do if you're coaching in a situation like this. Now, I know you expect your backup to, there can't be too much discrepancy between the two, but sometimes there just is. Here's what you do, some smoke screen, little screen to the back. You get some confidence with early completions. You don't ask them to extend throwing the ball down the field or throwing slant routes into trouble, even though a slant route's not a real long throw. But you ask Bendejo what she feels comfortable throwing. Get her some quick, easy completions around the line of scrimmage and let the athletes run with the football.
3rd down, 3rd and long 7. Bendejo hands off to the right side, and she'll get about to the 15-yard line. Chloe Butler on the stop, and it is 4th down, and they have to throw the football, 4th and 5.
Okay, a little screen play, get the ball in your hand, and you know what? The clock keeps running. They want to play slow. They want to keep LA off the field fine. You never go broke taking a profit now. Never go broke taking a profit. So be smart. 4th down and 5. You got to throw the football. That's okay. Then give me an extension. If you're afraid to throw it down the field, just a little extension of the run where it's a little screen pass and allow this quarterback to get the ball in the hands of somebody without having the risk factor.
4th and 5. They've got to throw the football. She'll fade back. Looking long. Steps up, throws, and wide open.
She had her.
But overthrown and incomplete. And it'll be LA ball in terrific shot. There's Skirtage standing on the sidelines. That's got to be painful. 7-6 Minnesota, but LA in great shape at the Minnesota 15-yard line. Ashley Salerno, the quarterback for LA, coming back on the field to lead her offense, looking for a TD. And let's listen in as she just did that very thing a little bit ago.
Let's hit him. Let's hit him with the. Let's go. First play. First play, and we'll go back into hurry up. On 1, ready? There you go. That's right.
So now LA gets it 1st and 10 at the Minnesota 15-yard line.
This is the killer when you give it to them on your half of the field on downs, Tommy. This is what eliminates teams each week as we do these games.
Trip receivers to the left side. Salerno, quick pitch. That one's caught inside the 10, down to the 5. One play, and it's 1st and goal down at the 2-yard line. Amira Leonard, her grandfather, Harlan Leonard, was a Tuskegee Airman and won the Congressional Gold Medal.
That's a high honor, my man.
Yeah, I mean, there are people you want to meet.
That's one.
A Tuskegee Airman.
See what LA just did there, little smoke screen?
Yep.
Do that same thing if you're Minnesota with the backup.
Salerno trying the quarterback keeper, and she's going to lose a yard. Leak play, pay right up the middle defensively. Shot that gap and made the stop, and it's 2nd and goal.
That would be called what my kids used to call when they were growing up, sick nasty, Tom. Sick nasty defensive play.
That's big people up front saying, nope, not this time.
We used to call them the big uglies, but not in this league.
And easily in, Amber Reed around the left side is in for the touchdown.
That's her second score of the night. To think that she was in San Diego last year. What a great get by LA. Nice job, little toss sweep. Oh, nice job sealing the edge by the offensive line and allowing Reed to get in the end zone. That's just a great job up front, and that's what's made LA two-time champions, dominating the line of scrimmage.
And they're going for 2 here.
Ball's on the 3-yard line. They go for 2. When it's on the 1, it's for 1.
Power is on the right side. Salerno fades, now looking to run. She's trying to get out of some trouble. Trying to get around the outside. She does! 2-point conversion is good. Ashley Salerno, a terrific job getting out of trouble twice. Comes around the left side and is in for the 2-point conversion. 14-7. Here's the touchdown. Amber Reed with the strong run. And it's a 7-point game in Minneapolis. Be sure to become a part of LFL Nation on Facebook. Simply go to facebook.com/MyLFL and follow your favorite teams and players by logging on to twitter.com/MyLFL. 1st and 10, Sean, you were a backup quarterback in the NFL. You started some, you backed up some. What right now is Bendejo facing?
Well, she's facing the fact that she needs to understand not to try and be Skirdick. And also that the coach needs to put his arm around and recognize this is a situation she needs a pat on the back, not a kick in the rear end right now. She hadn't had a chance to play. And the leaders on this team got to step up and play their game and rear their head.
Bendejo with a keeper. Nice job. She's across the 20, out near the 25-yard line. Gain of about 9 on that play.
Now, here's what the difference you get from Skirdick to Bendejo. You get the very methodical thinking, cerebral Skirdick to the athletic backup quarterback who hasn't played much and is still trying to, because she doesn't get a lot of work at it, Tommy. You're giving your starter a lot of the reps. Now, you must throw it, but do what LA did. There's nothing wrong with the little hitch screen, smoke screen out there. That counts as a pass. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to find out if Tony Wynn's speech at halftime, their coach, tipping over tables, if it was one that deflated his team or if it helps his team rally around their quarterback.
2nd and a long yard. She's going to keep it again. She's got a 1st down, and she just keeps diving forward. She's down to the 21-yard line. Amber Reed with the stop, but Bendejo with 2 big runs.
Here's what I do, Tommy. If you can get this, you don't have to throw if you're getting it on the first 2 plays. Run the football. Eat up this clock. Get yourself tied up. I know you're down 7. It's fine. Shorten the game. But you know what? If the ball's not heavy, so Bendejo, keep carrying the damn thing. It isn't heavy. Let her run. You know, if she could get 6 yards a pop, it takes her throwing out of the game where she's not a great passer yet. Hasn't seen enough of it. Look at that. 3 for 17 on the ground. See if she'll do it again.
She does, gets away from one tackle. Oh, gets hit hard. She's still on her feet inside the 15, down to about the 13-yard line. A mouth guard came out. She got hit so hard, but she kept right on going.
Now, I'm proud of this quarterback. Watch this now. You want to get your teammates fired up about you? Not a complete pass. It's this. Take a big hit, deliver a blow, and keep moving your feet. That's a football player right there. And then you go back to the huddle and everybody says, there's a football player, Jesse. Come on now, let's go. Let's rally around Bendejo. I like what I'm seeing, and you know what this does to her, Tommy? Her eyes will get big, get fired up, and as long as you keep moving the chains, the heck with throwing the football. Let's run it and be physical.
She's back in the shotgun. Stewart the slot on the right side. Give goes right up the middle. That's a 1st down and more. Inside the 5, down to about the 2-yard line. We've got 2 flags down.
Yeah.
Motion.
Yeah, you know what? 2 people were moving the receiver. And if you're a wide receiver.
5-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
Wide receiver moving. If you're a wide receiver, you should never either be offsides or have an illegal motion. You're watching the football. It's inexcusable on the wideout position. And I know you're excited. Murata's excited to get going. But those are the little mistakes you can't have. You can't have 2 people moving. You had a person in motion, and then you have a person moving forward. They both got to at least become stationary again before you snap the football. And that's a costly 5 yards.
Oh,
that was
that
a
hurts.
Huge red zone play.
They're down at the 3-yard line.
Huge red zone
Knocking
play.
on the door. Now it's 2nd down and a short 8.
Great job by the offense and the play calling, Tony Wynn, to keep this motor running with the football. Gosh dang.
Bendejo fades back. She's hit as she throws, and the pass is incomplete. Bendejo got hammered by Chichindu, and now a very late flag. This is going to go on Chichindu for excess celebration, I think.
I'll tell you what, they also got away with one because Murata was in motion going towards the line of scrimmage.
10-yard penalty, automatic first down. Number 6.
See what you see here, partner.
Late flag, huh, Tom?
Yeah, it was.
Nice job. Oh, hands to the face. That's a perfect call.
Absolutely.
I don't know why the official took 47 minutes to get it out of his back. The play was almost, oh, by the way,
Yeah.
your hands to the face, it's the right call. Excellent call. I'll tell you what, the officials are doing one heck of a job tonight.
Yep.
They may be a little late with the flag, but they're getting the call right, and that's the most important part.
First and goal. Minnesota down by 7. Bendejo almost fumbled it, now comes up with it, just continues to drive forward. She's down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. It'll be second and goal. Gigi Vanderwalker with the stop.
Gigi's been all over the field covering and doing a great job of tackling in the open field. But now you start to see, this is old Minnesota Viking stuff when Randall McDaniel and Gary Zimmerman, the Hall of Famers on the left side of the line. Great job up front. Nice, excellent job. Low snap, wonderful hands by the athletic Bendejo, and then hit. Initial contact, Tommy, 3.5 to 4 more yards after contact. That's good football up front. Nice job by Gillespie and the offensive line pushing.
Second and goal. Handoff, and she's going nowhere. She stopped at the 5-yard line. Now there's 2 problems. Vanderwalker with the stop. Number 1, you're still 5 yards away. Number 2, you've got to throw it twice now to get a touchdown.
You know, Tom, you know who they don't account for is the center in these things. Everybody's eligible. Think about that now. What's wrong with the old center middle screen? Hit once, let them come through. Have Bendejo stare down the field, and then all of a sudden, boom, pull back and hit a little dump pass to your center. Turn around because they usually don't account for it.
Bendejo fades back. She's got all day. She throws into the end zone.
That's a
The
pass
pass is deflected, and Amira Leonard knocked that one down, and it's now 4th and goal at the 5.
Leonard's playing like Darrell Revis. Every time the ball is thrown near her, she does a great job of defending. But I can tell you this, she might have had that left arm hidden on the back of the receiver, but if you can get away with it, the great ones do.
Not a penalty until you get it called, right? All right, partner, 4th down.
Well, you know you got to throw
5, they have to throw it.
Now, do you take your shot at the end zone, or do you have a little crossing route and pick route to get them on the run with a little underneath completion?
Bendejo in some trouble, lobs into the corner of the end zone, and no holding called. Oh, my. I thought there would definitely be a hold called. Nothing there, and LA will have it at their own 5 when we come back. 14-7, LA with the lead. We'll take a timeout. Here's the throw to the corner of the end zone, and it is incomplete. LA's got it. 14-7 our score. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and you see around the LFL, you'll see the pink headbands, the pink gloves, the cause that they care about.
Love the awareness, Tom. Love the awareness.
Yep, without a doubt.
Making a difference.
The YMCA. Sean was up here doing the YMCA.
Yeah, well, why not? Don't hate. I'm doing it. Well, I got the rotator cuff problems. I'm doing it with one arm. And those socks for LA Temptation, Natalie Yonke, the All Fantasy Center, designed and made those for him with the pink bows on the back.
Right?
Yep, good for her.
All right, Salerno looking now, rolls out the right side. She's hit hard and sacked back down to about the 2-yard line. Brittany Austin right there with the stop.
Really impressed, Tommy, really impressed with the tackling in the open field for the most part with Minnesota tonight.
2nd and 10. Again, the football at their own 5-yard line. Salerno in the end zone, steps up looking long, and this one is knocked away. Nice defensive job. Sydney Freilich right there to knock that baby down. Now all of a sudden it's 3rd and 10, Sean.
Yep. Yes, and remember, you got to throw it twice in 4 downs, and they're backed up. This is a huge defensive series for the Valkyrie. Their offense gave LA the short field, a 3-play, 16-yard drive, Tommy?
Yeah.
Short field. Now they've got a chance to return the favor. And again, Freilich, that 6'1" free safety, she's a football player now.
Amber Reed with it, comes across the 10. Huge hole. She is to the midfield stripe and driven out of bounds in Minnesota territory at about the Minnesota 23-yard line. Whitney Morado there with the stop. That's a big play.
What makes LA so good is their ability to do this. Backed up, you got 3rd down and 10. What do? You hand the ball to Amber Reed, the new addition to this team, and has she been a great one? 2 touchdowns already. You don't have to throw it to get the 10 yards. They trust that they can run the football for 10, backed up, and now they get it on the other half of the field. That is a huge, and that is a a sigh, a relief for the LA team, for the Temptation, and a killer for the Valkyrie defense.
Power to the right side. That's where they're going with Reed. Reed is inside the 15, makes a cutback, and she's down to about the 11-yard line. Freilich with the stop, but that should be enough for an LA first down, and it is.
I'm really liking what I see on the perimeter with Gigi Vanderwalker and the receivers. Anytime you get a good run down the field, a long run, the receivers working overtime down the field. There you see Vanderwalker. Hasn't caught a ball tonight, but she's doing a great job down the field too. You don't have to be a diva like some NFL wide receivers and make a catch to make a difference. Gigi Vanderwalker making a difference blocking, and she's also made a couple plays on defense. Not a big-time passing game tonight for either team, Tommy, although the truth is Minnesota's throwing the ball a little bit better. But play going to be, what, challenged here, Tommy? Is that what we heard? Is there a challenge?
I don't know what the challenge would be.
Well, they're just Tony Wynn. Let's listen in what they got to do with the challenge here.
Minnesota is challenging the ruling on the field that the player fumbled. Ruling on the field was the player did not fumble. We'll go to review. They
want to see if the ruling was there was a fumble on the field. This is a huge. If they can get this ball and if they get this ball back with 4 minutes to go, they can take this down and tie the score, actually try to go for the win, Tommy. So we'll see how the replay rules this. But a huge job by LA's wide receivers. Like I said, we haven't really had perimeter. There hasn't been a whole lot of receiving going on for LA's wide receivers. And Vanderwalker's a home run hitter at wideout. But you can make a difference doing other things, and a great job of blocking. We'll see if this fumble, this is a huge challenge. It's a huge challenge. Now, is it a Tony Wynn reach?
Is it only get one. You only get one challenge.
So is it a reach, or is it something that you got to, with 4 minutes to go, Tom, what's there to lose?
Yeah.
I mean, really, you may lose, but you're down 7. They're driving to score. Here's the big problem. The call on the field is not a fumble. So it's got to be it's got to be
very clear. Yeah. No question. And let's see. Tell me what you see here.
Visual evidence that the ball's on the ground. See it?
Can't see it. Can't see it.
I got to see it. Tough to see in the replay. We're watching on our little ISO while they're talking about the challenge. There you see it, Tommy. Ball, she still got it. I'm shielded by, now is the ball out right there?
Looked like it came out right there.
Now, if they're looking at that from our angle, right, it looked like it came out. Now the question is, who recovered it? I guess Minnesota must have when they would have challenged it.
Well, let's hear what they have to say.
I'm anxious to hear this one. That's a tough call.
This could be a big one.
Indisputable visual evidence.
Ruling on the field is upheld. First down, Los Angeles.
Rolled at the ball. Rolled him down. And they see folks at home, you and I may see this and say, oh, it's a fumble. But if they don't believe that it's indisputable visual evidence, Tommy, they won't make the change. Now, if the call on the field was a fumble, they'd have probably left it a fumble, too.
Yep. All right, first down for LA. Football at the 11-yard line.
Here. Got to have a stand, Tom.
They can get a first down. Amber Reed is in motion, going to the far side. Salerno fades back, looks into the end zone, throws corner of the end zone, and overthrows her receiver. And the official says incomplete.
Now, see, Salerno doesn't normally miss that throw time. You know what? This isn't there's something with the LA team. We're used to them dominating, and maybe it has a lot to do with the way Minnesota's playing, but Ashley usually makes that throw, missed it long. Not a lot of touch on that throw, and we know how good Salerno is, but LA doesn't look like that dominant team that we're used to seeing.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
They're obviously Amber Reed's a great addition, but this team, There's something, maybe it's not as smooth as operation, maybe the travel coming all the way from California, you never know. But LA not dominating this game like we expected them to. Minnesota hanging in.
Reed comes around the left side to the 10, to the 5, and she is in for the touchdown. Amber Reed with a huge touchdown for the two-time defending champion LA Temptation.
Golly, how good is that when you can have 4 girls suspended, Margulies at home, who is great special teams, wide out, running back, does a little bit of everything, as we saw last year. And then you decide, oh, we can add Latsko and Amber Reed to our roster, and we just keep on keeping on. Yeah, good gracious.
And one of the keys, well, you watch the replay.
Nice
here.
job pulling your left guard, getting her out in front. Nice job in Latsko leading her and running through the tackles. You can't tackle Amber Reed high. That's her 3rd touchdown of the night. Putting it in her hands, and quite frankly, other than Salerno, she must be their best player, and has proven it tonight.
Trip receivers to the right side. Salerno going for the extra point, and she is not going to get there. She's taken down hard at about the 4-yard line. Brittany Austin, among others, who were there.
Brittany's been all over the field tonight making plays, and again right here, nice swarm tackling. Lauren, take it away, girl. What's going on?
Well, guys, I am alongside the injured Jonna Skirdick. You're here cheering everyone on. Fractured left wrist. Did they tell you about the impact that's going to have on the rest of the season?
You know, hopefully I won't be out that long. I'm going to get it healed. I'm going to get back as quickly as I can. You know, I have full faith in my teammates. We can do it. Just got to get composed and get it together. But I'm going to be back before you know it, for sure.
I saw you doing your part to help this team maybe walk away with a W tonight. Giving Jocelyn some advice. What did you tell her about coming into this situation?
You know, this is her first game out here. She wasn't able to play last game. She wasn't the quarterback, so I'm just telling her, you know, it's calm, composure. You know, there's a lot of people out here. There's a lot of people screaming, but you got to remember what we do every day.
What is it like for you to be out now, injured, watching your team, knowing you can't do anything out there on the field?
It's horrible. I mean, it's horrible when any athlete goes out and can't do what they want to do. But, you know, again, I've got faith in my team. So.
Thanks a lot, Jana, guys.
Long pass caught by Murado. She's got it inside the 15, down at about the 13-yard line.
There's that girl. She's a beast at wide receiver. They finally got her involved, Tom. Great job by Murado. Great throw.
And we've got a timeout on the field. Minute 53 left, 20-7, but Minnesota down, but rallying here at home on this throw. Vendejo to Murado, who can catch just about anything. First down at Minnesota. We'll be right back. Next week, it's a battle in the East as Maria the Enforcer Condrick and the Cleveland Crush travel to Tampa to face Liz Gorman and the Breeze. Cleveland takes its first ever franchise win, while Tampa must come out on top to keep its playoff hopes alive. Coverage starts 10 Eastern, 9 Central, 7 Pacific, right here next Friday night. Our game MVP, what a game, coming over from San Diego, the free agent acquisition.
Whoa.
66 rushing yards, 21 catching yards, 3 touchdowns. Our game MVP, Amber Reed. Minnesota looking for a TD here. Vendejo fades back, looking, steps up, throws, and the pass is caught and dropped. Hit her in a bad spot, Sean. Hit her in the hand.
Yeah. Got to make that play. Really nice throw. I think that's
Gillespie.
Yeah, Kelly Gillespie had it in her hands. Finish that catch, girl. Get it. See, what I tell all the time, Tommy, let it gobble you up. You cannot let that ball get into your shoulder pads. Reach out, extend the arms like we see the great receivers do. Whitney does it too on this team. Reach out, grab it with your hands. Do not let it get to your shoulder pads.
2nd and 10. Fading, look, steps up, and that was a bad throw. That bounced in, and it's incomplete. And now it's 3rd and 10, but they do have 2 throws out of the way.
Now, got to get this in. You got time. Get it into the end zone. We still now, inside of 2 minutes, if you're trailing, you can kick an onside kick. So they've still got a legitimate shot. 2 shots in the end zone. Get this thing going. Plenty of time still to get the ball back. Tommy, looking ahead to next week real quick, you mentioned Liz Gorman.
Oh, yeah.
People, if you haven't seen, you want to talk about pound for pound, the most explosive.
Yeah.
Maybe not just in the LFL, in any league. She will bring it. Thunder, lightning, and everything else in between. You get a real treat watching her next week in Tampa.
3rd down, 3rd and 10. Quarterback keeper, and she's going nowhere. maybe got a yard. Audrey Latsko there on the stop. And how about Amber Reed and Audrey Latsko, and what additions they've been, Sean?
Oh, my good. Well, they both made a huge impact on both sides. Latsko blocking and making plays on offense, and then on defense doing this. And she was a beast in San Diego, one of the best linebackers we have in this league, and doing it again here in Los Angeles, and obviously Amber Reed as the MVP. You're killing yourself. Drop balls.
Illegal snap on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Drop balls, procedure penalties. You cannot do this. You got a backup quarterback in, and maybe it's the quarterback's voice why people are going off. When in doubt, watch the football. Watch the football. I don't want these built-in excuses that, it was a backup quarterback, different voice inflection. Yeah, well, guess what? If my aunt had stones, she'd be my uncle. Get up there and watch the ball and start playing.
4th and 13. Bendejo fades back, got some time, steps up, throws, and it's knocked away last second. A heck of a defensive stop by LA. Amira Leonard with a big stop, and LA will get it with just under a minute left.
Tommy, I'm sorry. She may be as good a cover corner I've seen in this league in 2 years. She drives on the football. She makes sure, she is all over the receiver. And then when the ball's in the air, she knows how to drive on the football and break it up. Leonard's as good a corner as I've seen in football in 2 years. What a great player.
A game, November 11th at Las Vegas. Wow, it is LA at Vegas. This should be a terrific matchup. 2 heavyweights. Then at home against Seattle, another great game. And then they close out the season on the 20th against Chicago. That is a heck of a schedule, partner.
Yep. Sure favors LA. Chicago will be angry about that time because they're 0-2. Seattle's got a really good football team, as we saw. And Las Vegas Sin.
They are for real.
Sneaky good.
Salerno fades back, looking long, and it is incomplete. Looking for points.
Yep. Now, folks at home, you're saying, why do this? It's 20-7, 47 seconds left in the game. Aren't they trying to shove it down somebody's throat? Well, we have a little point differential in this league, and it's caused teams at the end because the point differential favored somebody else. You lost the playoffs. It's a tiebreaker. So right now you're up 20-7. You realize Seattle's out west, and they're a good football team. So at the end of the season, if 2 teams are 3-1 or 4-0. Or one, if they're tied, Tommy, at the end,
whatever
then you're going to
record.
That's exact. Or if you're on the bubble of making the playoffs, well, now they're going to finally kneel on it. They took one shot, going to kneel on it, and end this game. But there's a point differential, so when they went for the home run, it's not to rub it in. It's just in case at the end of the season. And take a look at these standings here. Obviously, LA is going to be near the top in the West at 1-0. Seattle's played. Look at that, points for. Look at their point differential, plus 34. They made sure against Green Bay. Well, point differential is huge, Tommy, because in the end, if the tiebreaker comes to point differential, they make the playoffs. Next, look at the distance between the second team and the point differential, and you go down. Chicago shockingly has struggled. A lot of changes on that team. We've seen Green Bay make some really, really good progress, and this LA team was a 2-time champion. The West is going to be nasty.
Don't go to sleep on Vegas.
No, quarterback, hey, they're well coached, and they got a quarterback who's playmaker, and obviously we've seen what Seattle can do. It's going to be a great race out west.
3rd down. Pitch goes to Amber Reed. She'll take it around the left side, and Reed will get out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. Now the clock stops, and now they've got to throw the football on 4th down. They've got to throw the ball on 4th and 4 with 41 seconds. This baby isn't done yet.
No, it's not. You're exactly right. Now, if you're wise in the play calling here, you don't take a shot at an incompletion to where you kill the clock. You make a very simple completion on a short. You saw them when they line up in trips and through the GG Van. Come back to that. It keeps the clock running, gives you a chance at a 1st down. If you throw it down the field, clock kills, you give Minnesota more time.
And now the play clock has expired.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Tom, you know what? The officials have done one heck of a job.
Oh, they have.
They haven't missed a call.
We questioned 2, and they were right on both.
They have not missed a call. The one replay that when they was challenged, they made the right call, and on a hands to the face, they've done a great job. Give them credit.
4th down, Salerno fades back. She's got some pressure. Steps up in the pocket, throws deep, and it is caught. Touchdown! What a catch in the end zone. Chloe Butler, a rugby player. Brother's an actor, was an actor on General Hospital from Australia, a rugby league star. Chloe Butler with a huge catch and an LA touchdown.
Well, in rugby, they have a scrum. She runs right by the scrum for a touchdown. Great job, Salerno, buying time. Beautiful throw. Look at the nice spin. Mechanics had everything facing the line of scrimmage, squared her shoulders, and then Chloe Butler on the finish and the catch. And that's a way to put an exclamation point when you come on the road. Haven't really played your best game, getting Chloe Butler involved. Great job. And on 4th and 10, you don't want to let anybody get behind you? Well, you just did.
They did.
But I'll tell you, I'm still impressed with Minnesota's fight without their starting quarterback.
Here's your trips to the left side that you were talking about. And we've got motion.
Tell you what's going to happen if what they were going to do is, let's listen in, legal procedure.
Offense, 5-yard penalty.
That's two delay of games in 3 plays, so they're not getting in and out of the huddle quick enough. They run this trips, and they're going to leak somebody out to the right. Let's see if they come with the same play. Now watch here, Tommy. Watch the right tackle, see if she comes up clean. Everybody lined up left. You keep an eye on the right tackle here.
There she is. Heck of a call, partner. And it is good. Danielle Harvey makes the catch. And that one is a conversion. Let's go down to the field, Lauren Gardner.
Well, guys, I got to tell you, LA's bench, they are pumped. They are excited about this impending victory, the first one of their season. And we just saw Chloe Butler. That is exactly who Chris Salerno said would be the one to watch out for, the rookie, the standout, the maybe surprise. She is from Australia, was going to play last season, but had some green card and visa issues. Well, you know what, guys? She's made her way to the U.S., and she's making an impact on this LA Temptation team.
She sure has.
Well,
Danielle Harvey. Cousin is DeMarco Sampson, wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals.
There you go.
She's got a little football in her bloodlines.
Really good call down. That's Tommy, when I said I overloaded the left, and everybody was going to cheat to the 3 receiver trip side. Single coverage, just drop back and make an easy completion for the 2-point conversion.
31 seconds left. Bendejo fades, steps up, throws over the middle, and this one is intercepted. Picked off by LA, and they're going to be knocking on the door again. She's inside the 10, down inside the 5, down to about the 2-yard line. And now we got a little pushing and shoving.
That was Dominique
Oro. Yep.
Everybody's getting in on the act, huh? Yeah, you know what happens when you're down? You start to try and make some plays and force some things. And Bendejo coming off the bench, can't overemphasize the loss of Skirdick. Just force it down the middle, and you can't throw it down the middle late, Tommy.
Pretty good hands, too.
Yeah, nice catch, finish. Now, if you're LA, you have a chance here, Tommy.
You got to put points on the board.
If it was me, you got to try to score. This point differential is so important. You can add another touchdown to it. I take my shot at the end zone. A couple of them, Tom. You have to, because in the end, Seattle's going to be hovering around. Las Vegas is going to be hovering. This point differential is huge. I would not kneel on this. I'll take my shots for the touchdown.
22.2 seconds left, and she's just going to take a knee.
I guess LA feels real good about their football team, that the point differential is not going to come into play for them at the end of the season. And that'll do it, Tom. Great job, my friend. Lauren, great job, too.
Yep, absolutely. And LA comes in here, a very difficult situation, and maybe fortunate because of Skirdick's injury, but LA wins this convincingly, 28-7.
Minnesota won't go away, Tommy. They're going to be okay. They've got some really good players. Freilich, Skirdick, Whitney at wide receiver. This is a really good football team. They just got beat by the defending champion who understands how to go on the road and win.
Final score from tonight's Target Center. Los Angeles wins it 28-7 over the Minnesota Valkyries. We're rolling up the turf, returning to the Eastern Conference next Friday night when the Cleveland Crush go for their first win in team history against the Tampa Breeze, which needs a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. Cleveland at Tampa next Friday starting at 10 Eastern. On behalf of Sean Salisbury, Lauren Gardner, and the rest of our LFL crew, this is Tom Dorr saying good night from Minneapolis. We'll see you next Friday night. St. Pete Times 4 in Tampa. Have a great evening. LA with the win. Good night, everybody.